Yeah.
But no, getting back, you and I disagree on a lot of things. That's what makes our show so great. I can insult you. I don't allow you to insult me, but I'm joking. Smile, laugh. Thank you very much. I needed that. But I mean, we voice our opinions, and
Yeah.
many times you've heard the Rev or the Doc call me out plenty of times, and
Listen,
I've called him out.
this is America. We have freedom of speech. We have freedom of mind. We're allowed to think what we think is right.
Yeah,
and we
thank
should be
goodness
able
no
to
one can
express
get
it.
into your thoughts.
My thoughts, nobody can get into my thoughts because I have none. But
I thought I was the only one who didn't have any.
see that? That's why we
That's
do
why
make such a good team.
This is a show about nothing. This is the equivalent of the Seinfeld show. This is a show about nothing, ladies and gentlemen. Because the only time we make a point is when somebody calls up.
Oh, we're making a lot of points today. But, as Dr. Mark, as the doc knows, I have a distinct dislike for Hillary. I just cannot stand her. I will not vote for her. I'd vote for Jill Stein. I'd vote for Johnson, even though I'm having thoughts about him right now.
Well,
I would vote for Trump before I vote for her. And it has nothing to do with the emails. Because I was thinking about it, why do I dislike her so much? It's her demeanor. And
that's basically what they say about Trump. He's just, there's a way to soft coat things.
Yeah.
But he just comes right out and says things that are offensive.
Well, but not any longer. He's really not as offensive. Not that he's using the teleprompters.
Well, Kellyanne Conway has really,
calmed him down.
Has rubbed off on him, and I'm glad at least for that.
Yeah, but now that they're using teleprompters, and this was talked about in CNN, I even heard it on MSNBC, that Donald Trump is probably mastered the teleprompter faster than anybody they've ever seen. And he's probably the best at teleprompters now. He shows emotions, he reads them, he doesn't go off cue, and you don't even know he's reading anymore.
Well, I got to tell you,
I'm amazed how quickly he learned it.
I haven't seen him show emotion, but he is reading off the teleprompter much more smoothly. But I don't see how he really doesn't show.
Oh yeah, now you see him in these rallies yelling. He's he's on teleprompter. He's not talking off the cuff. Even when he's yelling and doing all these crazy things, it's all teleprompter now.
Well, he does applaud himself the way Putin does.
That's
When Putin comes out, he applauds himself.
To clap now.
Oh yeah. like that little
but everybody
the
does
clown
it.
or the bear with the symbols.
But everybody does that. I see when they walk in, they start clapping.
No, I know. Usually, if you watch the closed caption for the deaf, it says laugh, or applause.
Yeah. Now the thing that I was telling Mark before, Clinton really had to knock. President Clinton really knocked the what's that Make America Great, saying it's racist and it's and the people down south know what it means. They're going to climb up and everybody else is going to get poor and all that. And then they find out that
lo and behold, as
Clinton,
Warner Wolf would say, let's go to the videotape.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton was using that as his slogan when he was running for president. Make America great again. Well, make America great. He used it as his slogan. But as always, Clinton's, it's okay. Everybody else, it's not. That's what they say.
You see,
But I don't think the Clintons are getting a free ride anymore.
And I said you really have to be careful, especially now. With the internet and with video, you have to be so careful because the staff that these networks have, they have people whose sole job is to go back and screen past speeches and things that were written by whatever candidate it is to show them literally put their foot in their mouth.
Yeah.
And believe me, they do
They do all
every
the
time.
They've been talking that Trump always says he supported Iraq, he didn't support Iraq. And then now they found him interviewed by, of all people, Howard Stern. And he said, do you support the war in Iraq? He said, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. So they say he supported him. But 3 months before they entered Iraq, they interviewed him on a real radio station, and he said no. And this is before. He said no, but nobody shows that one. They're just showing Howard Stern saying, yeah, I guess so. So, that's unfair to him. And also, listen, the media has always been more liberal and more pro Democratic Party. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think that basically the media tends to lean more Democratic than Republican. But I mean, the media has given Democrats hard time with questions as well.
Yeah, but in the past, it's been known they don't say anything nice about Trump. They only talk about the negatives, never the positives. And if something positive happens, it becomes a bleep.
He's got a beautiful wife.
Yeah, becomes a bleep. And if it's something negative, they spend hours on it and keep repeating it. So, but that's besides the point. Now Hillary is complaining that the media is biased, and they should get rid of Matt Lauer because he was biased towards her.
I thought Matt Lauer's questions were on the mark.
Yeah.
All right. They took more questions from the audience than they did from Matt Lauer.
Yeah.
Matt only got things started with the first question. Okay, then
the audience.
Hallie Jackson did a very good job going through the crowd. Okay, and screening, because I had to screen them beforehand.
Yeah.
The questions.
Yeah, but the problem is they couldn't get all the questions that they wanted into Hillary because she had her talking points, and every time they asked a question, she already had the answer in her mind written, and she would talk about it. And they're only able to get like 15 questions to her, and they were planning to get like more than double, but everything.
Right, I remember hearing that as well. In fact, Matt Lauer happened to say we're going to try to get more questions in because Clinton's responses were much longer than they anticipated.
Yeah, because she had talking points.
Well,
and you could tell. She said, well, this has come to this and this, and it was all memorized.
In 30 minutes, what did they expect to...
well, they asked Donald a lot more questions, more than double the questions. But Donald...
He made a couple of mistakes.
I'm sure he did.
Because that's what they've been talking about. They... number one, when he said that the opinions of the generals have been reduced to rubble, they interviewed Barry McCaffrey, who was a retired 4-star general, who said that is totally incorrect. He said generals like Petraeus and Stanley McChrystal, if it wasn't for generals like that, we would have suffered greater casualties, and there would have been more. When McChrystal was the head of JSOC, he said he put down more possible attacks on this country than most people know because it's all secretive.
I agree with you. But what he was talking about is the generals have not been allowed to do what they want.
Well, the generals, this is why, in the Joint Chiefs of Staff, at a, the State of the Union, the generals don't applaud. They sit there. as do basically the Supreme Court. They're not supposed to have an opinion. Their job is to serve. And, one of the things they said was, Trump said, I'm good at reading body language, but I could tell from the people who are briefing me now with these security briefings, who are all military people, that they're not happy with Obama. But they said on the news just today, a couple of Mike Morrell, who used to be in charge of counterterrorism for the country, said these men and or women are trained not to give any opinions on anything, sworn to secrecy. So how Donald Trump can say,
listen,
that he's good at reading body language?
Yeah, there's a general that always talks for Trump. I don't know his name.
Flynn, Lieutenant General Flynn.
Now you know what happened to him?
If you refresh my memory, I might remember.
He was forced to resign because he used the term Islamic terrorists in one of his speeches.
Well, slap him on the wrist, but don't make him resign.
Yeah. But why isn't he allowed to say Islamic terrorists?
Because basically no one in the administration says Islamic terrorists.
Why, though? You have to know your enemy.
Flynn, however, was not very happy with Trump during the interview when he made those statements about, the current generals and putting the military down, because he said that was going a little bit too far. That was off, whatchamacallit. That was more off the cuff. Well, we have a little break here in the action. We're getting a call on
I'm getting a call. Hello.
Another line. The Rev has to answer yet another call.
What's happening? I am screening the call.
But I must say that let's get back to our original topic.
It might be.
I'm surprised that these protests have not hit Major League Baseball as yet. I'm sure there might be some baseball players, and we may still yet see it. There's a month left of the season who might decide to protest. But I think Major League Baseball, because it's always been America's game, America's greatest pastime, that's how it's always been billed, okay, that you will see less protesting in baseball than you would in football, for that matter. And then we have the hockey season coming up. But in hockey, as we say, many of the teams have foreign players, and out of respect, I mean, when American teams play in Canada, they play the National Anthem of Canada along with the American National Anthem. And when American teams play in Canada, the Canadian broadcasting system, plays the American National Anthem, and they all stand out of respect. So that has yet to be seen. Hockey season hasn't started yet. And as I said, football season starts this weekend. It actually started last night.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I just got a crank call, and that's why I didn't put them online. I was screening them. And they said, it was some guy saying you're not allowed to use the term Islamic terrorists. He goes, we believe in jihad, and we will conquer.
That's what he said?
Yeah. So I said, let's see who wins, and I hung up the phone on him. Let's see if he calls back.
Somehow I don't think so.
Nah. A little controversy, ladies and gentlemen.
But then, as we were saying earlier, our number here, this is an open forum here. We want you to voice your opinion, and it's 646-595-3275. Call us with any feelings that you may